This is the word to go, y'all.
Well, hello, everybody. It's our favorite day of the week. Your ladies are here. It's time for Wednesday night GAW, grown ass women. Hashtag GAW TV. GAW.
My God.
Oh my God, you guys are gorgeous.
I'm so happy to see your smiling faces.
Oh, gorgeous.
God,
Remember
done that,
I just had a flashback because when we used to start the show, I would giggle every time. That just happened again, where I'm like, when it's me doing the intro, I go, anyway. Before we get to me being a dork, we have such a great show for you today. And I got to tell you, some would call it a mic drop type of episode. Get it?
I get it.
Those are pity laughs. Those are pity laughs. But we're going to pity you if you don't do a few things for us. And that's starting with, put that thumbs up. Give us a like down below. Hello. That's like down below. Like us down below. That. Why am I allowed to do the intro? I made it weird. Please like me down below. You know what I mean? I can't do it.
Oh.
Woo. Oh my God. I'm having an off night. Definitely give us a like, please. And secondly, very important, please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our greatness, our gorgeousness. And finally, if you see a little bell icon down there, give it a little click, give it a little ring ski, because that will enable notifications so you never miss an episode. And it'll remind you that we're live in the chat room every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. for our UK fans. And we are in the chat room right now. Hi, chatters.
Hi, chat. You guys always say chat on the bottom. My chat's on the side.
All kinds of them. I think it depends on how you're viewing. Sometimes they're on the side. Sometimes they're below. Yeah. For me, they're usually below.
Yeah.
Below?
Yeah.
Below
because I'm usually on my phone multitasking.
Oh. And I do my PC. I'm on my laptop. But exciting too. We're also in podcast form. You can listen to us as you're at the gym, driving, little driving. There you go. Yes. Oh, now we need another prop, Mickie. Now we need another prop. Ow. Yes. But thanks, big shout out to Ella for transferring it to podcast form, and YouTube subscribers get that juicy extra content. Our flubs, we have hottie toddies, which we just pick a topic and talk about it and kind of, no filter. No. So get ready, buckle your seatbelt. So subscribe now and be a member.
Yes.
A lot of perks, a lot of gifts, shout outs, cameos, maybe a Zoom chat. You never know. 8x10s.
All kinds of fun things. Plus, they're always the first to know, and they get the longer, unedited, raw versions, if you will. Yep. Juicy. Yeah, the juiciest versions of the episode. There's a lot of fun over there at the members only section. Plus, you know what we should do is like GAW members only jackets. That.
Why have we never thought of
this? I know. Oh my God. You remember Shallow Hal? And the guy was wearing a members only. She goes, "Is that a members only jacket?" He goes, "Yes, it is." She goes, "Are you the only member?"
Yeah, that's Jason Alexander. I'm picturing I'm picturing like, because Progress Wrestling here does like a cool like kind of baseball-y jacket. I'm picturing us more like a Pink Ladies style.
Yes.
Only, right?
With kind of like the Pink Ladies, if you will.
Yeah.
Fun.
Because there's a new series now too of Pink Ladies too on streaming.
Yep.
You guys.
Where's that? I haven't heard of that.
It's on Netflix, I think.
It's a musical.
Yeah. I know. I haven't watched it yet because I'm going to be disappointed because the original, man, I don't know. You expect a lot, You know?
I am so sorry to take up this intro by telling you this, but I hosted a Grease party when the Comic-Con people here had them there. And other than Frenchie, the whole gang was there. Everybody. Oh, Jan. Yeah. They were lovely.
Where was Frenchie?
I think she might have had COVID. It was or something like that. She was well. Yeah.
I was about to give her some real heat, and then you hit me with the C word.
Yeah, sorry.
Was Eugene there?
Yes, they were all there. And Beauty Dropout, like they played it. We did the hand jive at the after party. I dressed all.
Oh my God.
I wish I had a picture. Yeah.
So Eugene, I got him an appearance at Frankenstein's in LA, and I texted him and he goes, "Hey, huge favor. I don't know how to text, email." And I'm like, "Wow, you really, your whole character being the nerd and like tech savvy, is out the door. So yeah.
That's not method acting. That's just Eugene.
That's just, I see what you did there, Val. Damn it, you're clever. You know.
It's the vodka.
You know who else is clever? I'm really excited, ladies. Thank you so much. I'm excited for today's episode. I'm always excited to be here and share another awesome day with you two. But I'm very excited for our next guest, who's never been on our show before, is a big friend of ours from Impact Wrestling, from WWE. So many memories, so many stories, so many fun times with Mr. Anderson.
Pause.
Anderson.
God, we had so much fun with that on house shows, and I would get the chair and like stand on it. Oh my God, it was so much fun. We're excited. Let's bring him in, ladies. Drop that mic. Come on.
Oh, he got.
Look at here. Look at him.
Look at you.
Hola.
Hola. See, he knows what he's doing. He's done this before.
Hey guys.
Oh,
Maybe I lied.
we got a phone call. He's a busy man.
Too soon.
Too soon. Too soon.
God damn it. It won't stop. I just turned my ringer off too. No,
And I literally thought you were playing your own entrance theme, which would have been epic and not.
No. Oh,
that
God,
would have been okay.
That was. You guys seen the Mario movie yet?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
Jack Black Peaches is like a big hit from that movie. My kids love it, so.
I want to see it.
That's
Did you
my
see
ringtone.
Mr. Jack Black in Star Wars: The Mandalorian?
I didn't.
He was so funny. He was married to Lizzo on this like distant planet, and he was exactly what you would think him. It's Jack Black in space. What could be better?
Oh my God,
Yes.
I have to say, like, he used to drive me absolutely insane. I hated him, and he's grown on me. I love him now.
Oh.
Okay, weirdly enough, this is synchronicity right here. We were just quoting Shallow Hal, and there's so many funny Jack Black movies. School of Rock. I mean, my God, he's a national treasure.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of people being national treasures, Ken Anderson, I just did a little video earlier saying that not only are you one of our besties, but you're literally one of our favorite people on the planet, wrestling or not. So thank you for being here. You know, we start the show off with a very important question. Who are you wearing? Because you look fabulous. Who are you wearing, and what are you imbibing on tonight? Tell us everything. Show and tell.
I'm wearing my Beast shirt.
Yep.
Oh, Shaq.
And I am imbibing. Unfortunately, my wife and I just started a strict diet, and we're doing the 75 hard.
Wow.
So no alcohol.
He does that too.
So I got my coffee here.
Nice. You and your wifey cup.
I see.
Yep.
Anastasia is a grown-ass woman. So yeah, that's no joke. So ODB told us all about 75 hard. Didn't Candice Michelle do it as well, ladies?
Yes, she did. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did 3.5 hard, and I still I felt the same, which was weird.
It's day two. It's day two. So
Worst weekend of my life. No, Lisa, I'm gonna have you go next because you are adorned with all kinds of fun over there.
Well, you guys know how much I love my Comic Cons. I'm a big nerd about that because I'm more of a, comic book anime. And you guys know my favorite anime is Attack on Titan. I traded a combo 8x10 and a photo for this Attack on Titan hat and this sweatshirt.
Wheeling and dealing.
Wow.
Yeah, I barter. I barter. And the company, she is Jackie's Uniquely You Boutique. I know I'm butchering that, but look how tiny the words are, so I can't even see that. Thank you.
Put it in the description. Don't worry.
Yeah, thank you. I'll text it to you. Yeah, I'll text it to you. But amazing. She was like, I just wanted a sweatshirt, and she goes, "Well, take a hat." And I go, "Oh, both? Both?" I was so
Mother, may I?
Yeah, and I'm vibing on. I'm not doing 75 hard. Yeah, no thanks. But I'm drinking gin and tonic. I'm on this gin and tonic kick. But I buy the tonic, light tonic, or the diet tonic, because the tonic water, the regular, has just as much sugar as more than a Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Where that Coca-Cola. I don't know where that actually came from.
Coca-Cola, a pop.
Cola.
Yeah, Ken would call it a pop, right?
Yeah.
no, I would not. That drives me crazy.
Really?
Oh,
Soda.
I usually call it soda
Soda.
pop.
Soda
Soda
pop.
Oh yeah, soda pop.
Oh, Bobby's World. Yep. Mickey, how about you?
I am wearing, I think I've worn this t-shirt. I've been running around like a crazy woman. I was just wearing my Shad shirt yesterday, and I was thinking about it, and obviously we were celebrating. We were remembering Shad yesterday because it was the anniversary. And I was just happened to, without knowing, happened to be wearing his shirt. And then I go, it's amazing. I wear my shirt at least once a week. And every time I put it on, I think about Shad. And I was like, it's amazing how much I wear this shirt. And it's amazing how much I think about him now, you know? Anyway, so thanks for wearing the shirt, brother. I'm wearing my Too Tired to Care Maryland t-shirt that Miss Jessica Havoc got for me because she knows I love Maryland and she knows I love sleep. And then I'm drinking a little Sprite Zero because I care, and some vodka fell in here, and I have to say,
no.
I was not doing a 75 hard or not like purposely not drinking. But this is probably my first drink in about a month.
Wow.
My first like legit. I haven't been drinking, not because for any other reason. I just didn't. So now I'm drinking.
Yes, I'm drinking, Luann. That's for all my.
Yeah, there's a shot in there. I think
there's a little shot. Sometimes we get clumsy and we just.
Whoops.
Oh, it fell.
What a daisy. Well, I will tell you first that I'm imbibing on. Well, first I'll tell you what I'm wearing. I'm wearing Hawes and Curtis. I've been watching a lot of Mad Men, so now I'm very into these like bow blouses, very Joan Holloway. Do anyone watch Mad Men here, Ken? I feel like you would love Mad Men.
I saw a couple episodes a long time ago.
It's very slow moving, but it's very good. The fashion, of course, is amazing. So yeah, and then these are like a pound glasses. I just thought they were fun and very Elton, as Mickey pointed out. And I will tell you, quick plug to Audacity Bling here for my fabulous custom headphones that I have been putting on Instagram. And she's also made me this lovely cup, which is filled with, see, I've been under the weather, but my city-renowned doctor, Dr. Jeremiah Feelgood, MD, he explained, you see, he's city-renowned, I'll tell you, he explained that vodka kills germs. So I'm going to trust a professional and take my medicine.
Just drink some tea.
I just told him that story, Ted. Lisa's sending me tea recipes, and I said that I wasn't going to bring it up. I'm like, it was so long ago, but if you'd remember, every time and I used to lose my voice a lot, right? Announcing, that's actually what started me under the weather. 4 days of announcing, got strep throat, God, I was getting better, now not better. Except for the Dr. Jeremiah Feelgood, but that's for another time. But I said, we used to joke about the fact that people would just come up to me and go, have you tried tea? And I'm like, yeah. And there's a video I posted of me with like, oh, this tea's really working, and I'm stirring it. It's all pills because I'm like, modern medicine. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
Classic.
Hilarious.
Well, I guess I'm drinking some vodka water here, without the vodka.
Okay.
Some good old fashioned aqua.
A classic.
Yeah.
Well, I have not seen you, I don't think, since like Dallas Mania time, WrestleCon era. What have you been up to? Tell us everything that's been going on in Ken's world.
I'm just, teaching people how to fall down and like it, and hopefully get paid to do it. So
yeah.
So thank you so much, Ken. Also, you rescheduled. You're supposed to be teaching at the time we're filming, and you've got a replacement to be on our show, and we appreciate that. But how's the school going?
It's going well. It's pretty cool to see my students doing this stuff that, how like when we were first starting out, you'd get those little, the big shows that you would get on, and opportunities to go be an extra for WWE or AEW, whatever. And it's just as rewarding to see them doing that stuff now as it was going through it. So
yeah,
that's cool.
Well, and you've had a school now for a while, Ken, and I think that you have a lot of knowledge, obviously, to share with all of these students because you've been everywhere and you've had so much success. What do you think the best part of, aside from teaching the future? It's so funny now that we're actually teaching these days. But what do you think some of the best parts of it are for you? I know you said like seeing them achieve their goals and stuff, but are there moments where like you see it click in their head, or like anything that really kind of has made you feel like, oh, this is the right path for me now. This is what is it?
Yeah, I think that's a good question, because I think it's um it's twofold. It's like sometimes you get somebody that comes in through the doors and you look at them and go like, they're going to be successful. If they stick to it, they're going to be successful. And then you get somebody that's not as athletic or not as gifted, doesn't naturally take to it. And I try to never pre-qualify anybody and say like they're definitely going to make it, they're definitely not going to make it. But
right.
No, it's natural human instinct to just say they're going to have a tougher time. And it's when those people sort of like you can see the gears turn. We have like beginner nights and we have advanced nights, and the advanced nights are mostly we do matches, we film them, we critique them and stuff. And it's like you'll see somebody struggling for a really long time, and then all of a sudden they'll have one match where it's like, you get it now, don't you? Like you feel different, don't you? And they'll say, yeah. And that's really cool to me.
That's very cool. It's so crazy because like I was just having this conversation recently about Progress Wrestling and some of the UK people here, and I have to play, like I can't play favorites, but of course when we were talking genuinely about it, I was like, I have some that I just went, oh my gosh, I just love whatever they do. They come out and I get excited, like it reminds me of being a fan. But with you teaching the future, as Mickie said so poignantly, what do you think is more important, or what's harder to teach? Sort of the character aspects of it or the athleticism of it, because you guys, all three of you here, without being sappy, you guys all are kind of the total package. You can do anything. You can be funny, you can be louder, louder than life, whatever, but you also have amazing in-ring skills. But for someone coming in, is there a percentage that you're looking for? Okay, so they have all the athleticism down, but they need to be a character, or vice versa?
I think, you need to have everything, or a little bit of everything. Granted, you can get away with not having, I think you need some athleticism in order to do this job.
Yeah.
There are very few people who have no athleticism who made it or did anything in the business, right? But you can have like a manager or somebody be a mouthpiece for you if you just can't figure out the talking portion or the showmanship aspect.
Right.
Yeah.
I think also too, you can be a lousy wrestler, not lousy, but speaking WWE, there were some people that are main eventing, not the best wrestlers, but they're freaking good. I almost said the F word. They have mic skills, and mic skills are almost way more important than your wrestling skills, but then now you can get a manager that speaks for you, and then you're still over, right? But in wrestling too, Ken, like when you said when it clicks and you see it in their face, it took me years, like even being brought up to WWE, the clicking happened when I got brought up many years into it. I'm like, not in wrestling school, because I was still feeling green. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? I'm still not getting it, the psychology part,
And then you go back and you watch like some of your earlier stuff where you thought you were getting it, and you're like, oh my God, what was I thinking?
God. Yeah. Back to that, I thought I was getting it when I was like with Maryland Championship Wrestling. I just started with Ring of Honor, and I'd been doing some stuff with TNA, and I thought like, oh, I'm starting to get it. I understand now. But it wasn't. I was going to ask you, when was that moment for you that you were just like, oh shit, all those things that Ricky Morton told me, or this person, now it makes sense, because I didn't understand what the hell. I nodded and I smiled and nodded a lot. And people like, okay, yes, sir. No, I understand. No freaking clue what they were talking about. When was that? Mine was honestly in OVW for me. I think that's the moment, because I'd been wrestling a few years at that point, and I had an understanding, and I had an understanding of some of the whys, but it just didn't. Some of it was just like, I don't understand what you're talking about. Like I feel like I do, but then I feel like I don't. I feel like I'm like taking crazy pills over here. So when was that for you?
It was in OVW, and it was like right before I got called up to the active roster. I remember Steve Kern came down to OVW one time, and he was like, he looked at me and he was like, you look good, but you just look like a guy next door. He goes, you got to do something that stands out. You should be, Steve always said, it always stood out to me. He said, like, you should walk into a place and people look at you and go, I don't know who that guy is, but he's something. Like, he does something. And so I went home and I bleached my hair and I bleached my goatee, and I came back, and I remember Cornette was so mad at me. And so he's like, you want to be a blonde? And he stuck me with, he put me with the Blonde Bombers. And it was Tank Tolan, Chad Wicks, and I think Melissa Coates at the time.
Oh, wow.
And then he gave me like, he gave me a, what's that?
Coach Rack.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And gave me a promo on OVW TV that night. And I went out there and I like swung for the fences and I just went crazy. And I came back through the curtain. He was like, where's that guy been? And then shortly after he got let go, and Paul Heyman came down, and it was like, I don't know, the way Paul dealt with me and talked to me, I just started getting it, to the point where when I made my debut on Velocity, I was almost, what's that?
Velocity.
It's such a blast from the past. I love it.
Super over
During your debut, she just popped for Velocity. She goes, Velocity.
Velocity.
Sunday Night Heat. We're really famous international.
Yeah. But it was like I went out there and I felt like I belong here.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah.
Who took you under their wing when you got brought up? I'm curious who your clique was and who you started hanging out with.
Matt Hardy, Matt and Shane Helms, Benoit. Like, I sat under Benoit's learning tree quite a bit when I first got there. The thing about that roster when I got there was it felt like everybody was helpful. You had Booker, you had Taker, you had Batista, like Finley, all these guys were like, every time that, you'd come back and they'd help you out.
Right.
Regal was instrumental too. Regal, remember, William Regal, I saw him talk to you a lot.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, Mickie, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I feel like it's because everybody was very secure in their position and also in their in-ring work. Like they still could, wrestle circles around everybody in there, and they were happy to share the knowledge, which was really cool.
And they know that, like, rather than having one or two or, 4 people on the roster that are solid, let's have everybody be solid on the roster. And,
right.
Like you said, share that knowledge.
I know.
What's going on in real life these days, Ken?
Oh, yeah. Real life.
What's new?
What's
exciting?
Mickie,
what are you loving?
I've got the best wife in the world. And she is like literally the best stepmother to my kids, to our kids. So I got 2 kids they're 9 years old now. Yeah.
What if they want to get in the wrestling business? What are you going to say? I mean,
I absolutely will. I just, as any parent, they think, like, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Although, like, I don't know, like, there's a lot of successful people out there who put all their eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
You can always change midstream, I guess, if it doesn't work out. But I would definitely, if that's something that they want to do, I'll help them.
Yeah.
Yay. Now, what are you looking forward to as we close things out here? And you've been amazing. And by the way, if you guys are watching, you've been one of our most requested guests ever. And literally, I could show you this document that I put together when we first started the show of, like, you, Daniels, like a few people were like, we have to just, the most entertaining people we knew would be great on the show. And you were totally one of those. So thank you for being here. But what's next for Ken Anderson? What are you looking forward to professionally and personally after your illustrious GAW TV career? After you're done being a grown-ass man again.
Now that I'm a grown-ass woman.
You're a grown-ass man.
I don't know. I've had seasons throughout my career. I'm sure that you guys can relate.
Sure.
Where I like fall in and out of love with the business to varying degrees.
Yeah.
And for like the last couple of years, I still loved training, but like I didn't really love the business. I don't even know how to explain it, but like I am just like, we're doing this 75 hard thing. We just started it yesterday, right?
Good luck.
But we've actually done it. We've done it for the most part for like the last 2 weeks. So we're just like, I just feel like reinvigorated, I guess, you know. And sometimes I think I have my students to thank for that, because seeing them and seeing their successes, it makes me sort of want to. I've been taking more bookings and getting in better shape, and we'll see what happens.
Love that.
Have you ever thought about doing a reality show? You know how like some of these schools have a reality show. Your personality, Ken, is infectious, and just you're very witty, and you're just always on. And I think people are stupid not to have a reality show of how to become a wrestler at your school. You know.
Thank you. That means a lot coming from you. That really means a lot.
I would tune in. I would tune in.
Yeah, it definitely is something that I've thought about. It's just a matter of making it happen, or you know, like filming.
We'll reach out to our GAW TV producers.
Yeah.
Please do.
Well, how about people call your people? Well, Toughen Up is already taken. So what did you call it in the beginning of this? You said it was teaching people how to fall down and like it. Perfect.
Yeah. That's actually funny. Yeah.
Listen, Netflix, get that booked. I will
absolutely.
Oh
absolutely.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it's inspiring, Ken, because I just announced that I was doing my first ever like master class. So like a camp or a seminar. And I've done some like coaching here and there, like done some stuff at NXT, or I've done a seminar here or there before, but I've never like trained anyone or committed to that part. So I'm really excited, and it's comforting to hear your side of it on that part of it, of like the rewards on to see when people start to catch it. So thank you for that. But I also think that you're so talented. I mean, we sleep on the fact that you've crossed over into acting.
Yep.
And you know, one of the first people kind of that I remember actually doing a lot of that stuff, of going after like an acting career while still actively wrestling, before it became a super trendy thing to do, you know what I mean? Except for Dwayne, except for DJ. I mean, he could have got it over.
DJ.
Oh, DJ.
I was trying to follow his footsteps, but
yeah.
Did you do voiceovers too, Ken? Didn't you do voiceovers too, or no?
I did like auditions for voiceovers. I never actually did any. I take that back. I did one motion comic, but it was for a while. I moved to Jersey City, which is right next to New York City. I had an agent, and I was going on all these auditions and stuff. I spent about 2.5 years doing that.
Yeah.
So,
how do you find the Hollywood scene? Like, what I always loved about, and again, having started doing wrestling shows in LA, I was doing a couple little auditions, as you do when you're out there. Everyone, you know, does it. I always found that it was a very, very much more of a harsh business and not as much fun. And then with the wrestling stuff, I went, oh my God, so I can act and model and do all the things I want to do, but this is more like a family environment, a camaraderie. No one's taking themselves too seriously. How would you compare that world, the wrestling world and the Hollywood world, from what you experienced in both?
I actually found that so when I was on the set for that Behind Enemy Lines Columbia movie that I did with WWE,
yeah.
I remember we were filming, and it was late in the day, and the assistant producer or assistant director was like, guys, we have to get this shot in the next 45 minutes. And I pulled her aside, and I was like, we just stay as long as we need to till we're done. And she was like, oh no, it doesn't work that way here, you know. And it's like, they have a very set, like, I think it's 8 or 10 hours that they can only film per day. And if you go over that, with us in the wrestling business, it was like, we would put in 16-hour days and get a couple hours into sleep, and, you know, all the driving and
4 hours. And
yeah. So
that's such a nice quality, though, and such a wrestling. If you're in wrestling, you get it. Such a wrestling thing to do. Like, oh, if we don't get it, we'll just stay, and like that's such a giving way of. That's what I mean about wrestling. Is it's just more of a. There's I don't know, less restraints, and sometimes there's less ego. But yeah, it's interesting to hear that from people that do the acting stuff and the Hollywood stuff compared to wrestling. It's more of a family kind of run thing.
And the other thing, people would like offer to, here, I'll get your bag for you or whatever. Like, no, I'm good. I got it. Like, you know, in the wrestling business, if somebody carries somebody else's bags, it's like instant heat. Right?
Yeah. You're like, no, give me that.
Wrestling court.
That's gotta be a weird adjustment. Like you're just trying to be nice, and it's like, yeah, that's weird.
You're like, please don't. I remember when I did that cameo for Psych, the TV show Psych, and they filmed it in Vancouver, and I had my own like little mini trailer, and I was blown away. I was like, wait, it's my own. I have my own trailer, my little what? It's got my name on it. I mean, sure, it's own paper. It's fine. I'm over.
Your own locker room in the wrestling business is like instant heat.
Yeah.
Not anymore. I'm going to bring my own trailer. I'm going to pull it with my truck. I'm going to put my own name on the door.
Your name on a star. Yeah.
I remember Chavo got me, Gail and I did a part on Love on Netflix. And they got us in our own trailer. And I was like, I'm going to be honest with you, very fancy. I was freaking bored out of my mind. I go, hey, where are you at? She goes, I'm right next door to you. And I go, okay, open your door. I go, this is really weird to me. I'm like, I'm used to hanging out and doing jokes.
Where's my camaraderie?
Where's the locker room? I need the locker and the ribbing and like the people laughing and all that kind of stuff. I was so bored, but it was a good pay. So thanks. Shout out to Chavo. Thank you for getting me that gig. I remember Gail and I, we called each other. Did you get your check? Holy crap. We got the wrong. We should have been stunt women. We got the wrong business. Jeez.
Got it all wrong. Shout out. We love Chavo.
They didn't get to us for 4 days. So literally we got our makeup done. So they didn't have time for us. Take our make, go home. I mean, go to the hotel. Next day, they didn't get to us. Next day, they didn't get to us. Fourth day, we got it. So we got 4-day pay. And I was like, wow. Yeah, it was.
That's not a bad gig.
Not a bad gig
at all. Yeah.
Wrestling school because it'll prepare you for stunts too.
There you go. And shout out to Chavo, who we love so much.
Javito.
Sorry, go ahead.
Javito.
I would go, ooh, Chavo. I can't say his name. I'm going, ooh, Chavo. No, I did it creepy. In all seriousness, Ken, you've been amazing. Thank you so much for being here. We know we love you so much. Mickie, do you want to lead us in a final cheers?
Oh my God. I did your entrance, but I did not do it justice before you came on. And I went with Anderson.
Yeah.
That's good. Anderson is good.
Yeah.
I do it more like a pickle claw. I need to work on it. I'm kind of being weird.
My hands are so large that if I was to grab the microphone, it would disappear.
Me too. I'm with you, Mickie. I don't know what to do with my hands.
We love you so much. Oh,
love you guys too. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Ken.
You're the best.
Ken, we love you.
And good luck with everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keep kicking ass.
Yeah. Thanks for the house. Thanks for the house.
Thanks for the house.
This is the word to go, yo.